the hell is wrong with people? Why would people show up somewhere, talk the entire time while people are presenting on stage, and drink up all the free beer? That's what happened tonight at Ignite Minneapolis. I was really disappointed. So the organizer figured, you know, people are going to RSVP, but not everyone's going to show up, right? So then it makes sense to overbook. I completely agree with this from my recent experiences in scheduling online workshops at freshworkshops.com. I understand now that if I have a class of 10, I can expect somewhere between 3 and 7 people to show up. So I should book for 15 or more. So I don't feel that was the problem, that the number of people there was the problem. Another thing that was being promoted about Ignite Minneapolis was free beer. So maybe it's because people were intoxicated. Don't think that was the problem either. So what started happening was, as people were on stage presenting, the people who were not seated were having conversations. And I don't just mean like murmurs. I mean like full-blown conversations. And I sat down. I was the 7th presenter. While I was on stage, I had trouble thinking about what I was doing because it was so loud. It was, needless to say, I went back, sat down, and I thought, you know, I was like, I can't handle this. I got to go say something, right? So I went back there and I started saying to people, hey, guess what? I was a presenter on stage. I had trouble hearing myself. I'd appreciate it if you could, you know, refrain from talking while other folks are on stage. Can you do that? Right? And I started going to different groups and asking them this, right? Now, most people would look at me and say, yeah, I can do that. A couple people tried to pretend I had temporarily disappeared as if I were imaginary. So I waited and kept staring at them until they brought their eyes back up and said yes. Unfortunately, this didn't work because as soon as I walked away, they just went back to talking, right? I went and told the organizer that I had done this, and I suggested that he ask everyone who was standing to leave because it was really, really obvious. People who were seated were not talking. People in the back who were standing were having full-blown conversations. It sounded, I thought, where have I heard this before? I thought, oh, a nightclub. It sounds just like I'm in a nightclub. You know when you can't hear someone? Or where else have I heard this? Oh, a crowded high school lunchroom. I'm not saying that the people were immature, although it certainly was disrespectful for them to be talking, but it was amazing how loud it was. Then what happened was the sound and audio folks turned up the audio because they thought that would help drown out the folks in the back, but then the folks in the back started talking louder. So I went back again and started asking folks, could you please be quiet? At one time I hollered, this is not a nightclub, right? One guy said to me, well, if we had a place to sit, then we wouldn't be talking. And I'm like, you're serious, right? Yeah. Right. So needless to say, later on, I stood back there and listened to 3 presenters, and I didn't feel the need to talk to anyone. What do I think could be done in the future? I think in the future, if there's an event held like this, one, the ground rules are established before things begin, indicating that, you know, the goal here is to focus on the presenters. If you want to talk, you need to go somewhere else. You know, it's just like anybody who smokes cigarettes didn't smoke inside. They know they're supposed to go outside. So the second thing is events like this could have a place where people could go talk because it's a place to meet and network, right? So there should be maybe a place for people to meet and network, but it shouldn't be in the back of the room when presenters are speaking. And the third thing is helping people become aware of how their actions add value or reduce the value of an event. I thought it was really cool, and I said it when I came up on the stage. I thanked folks for attending because by people showing up for something like this, they are making a vote saying this is important, yada, yada. On another projector, they actually had the whole Twitter stream for the hashtag Ignite Minneapolis, so it was really fun to see all the different people's comments about whatever. So, like, the one presenter talked about Comic Sans and how it's horrible, and somebody said it was, God, what, they said something really, that Comic Sans was like a VD, like a venereal disease, and I couldn't help but laugh. Anyway, point being, I would not want to be in any person's shoes who was back there doing that. What will they learn? I don't know, but I know I didn't appreciate it. Would it stop me from presenting again? No, it wouldn't. What I do know is they drank up all the beer, so I redeemed 1 drink ticket. We got 10 tickets, right? Yeah. Okay, so then halfway through they said, oh, all the free beer is gone, whatever. But that wasn't it either. I was looking forward to an event where I could both participate and support other folks who had stepped up to the plate. And I felt that all this drama in the background really messed it up. So those are my thoughts.